dedicated team provides superior property management services, ensuring that your property is in good hands and that your investments grow. With Lime Property Management, experience vibrant solutions, transparent communication, and a squeeze of innovation in every interaction. Call us today or visit lime.cape town and let's cultivate your community scheme's future together. Lime Property Management, leading, innovative, motivated, energetic.
Right, here we go. The final race for the API Property Group GTI Challenge, race number 2. Not the last race for the day, but the final for these guys that you see out there on track. So Dylan Hubert and Ollie Hinternaas will be on the front row, and Skull Geldenhuys and Yuri Swart on the second row of Class A. That's the only 4 Class A cars as they all roll out onto the circuit. And it's a lot better out there, the weather. I don't want to speak too soon though, because anything can happen anytime. Yeah, usually does, as far as the weather is concerned. Cars sliding all over the place. That's Yuri Swart just chucking that Polo's tail around in saddle sweep. Oh, Umpi just playing with that thing like it's a Sky Electric car. Just throwing it around with wild abandon, going down that back straight. Look at that on your screen. That is Yuri Umpi Swart, a man that multiple ace in karting and karting champion as well. And that is the karting experience, because as Francois will say, the karters like to flick the tail of those karts around. And that's exactly what Umpi was doing there.
Well, Frankie, in fact, the reasoning behind that is because with these front-wheel drives, you can accelerate, you can brake, and you can turn to create temperature in the front wheels. All you can do to create temperature in the back wheels is to brake and or swerve. Hence the situation where if you do not do what Umpi Swart did, you have a bigger temperature build-up in your front tires as opposed to your rear tires before you start the race. That is why he's throwing the back end around as much as he possibly can to try and get a balance in the temperature in the tires back and front.
Well, there, from the mouth of Mr. Gary Fleming, exactly why Umpi was doing what he was doing. And that's why the karters do it as well. And I've just done the commentator's curse, because here comes the water again against the commentary box windows.
When the 2 Clubman's races were about to start, the rain came down. Same with the GTI Challenge. So Lime Properties Management season sponsor, API Property Group GTI Challenge season sponsor. Well, it looks like we are in for a humdinger, because there's definitely a bit of rain that's on its way. And to my mind, that's lovely. I'm not supposed to say that, but I love it because that's what makes it interesting.
Well, it does level out the playing field for sure. For the spectators watching this at home, they're enjoying it. You and I and the rest of the team in the box is enjoying it.
Yeah, we drive.
We drive, correct, yes. Everybody else. And I want to just take my hat off. I don't know if they can hear me out there. The marshals, man, you guys are heroes. You are superheroes for standing out there in this conditions.
Since just after 7 this morning.
I don't salute you, I double salute you guys. Yeah. Well done.
No, I think that from all of us here in the commentary box and from the whole management at Kalani International, you guys were out there before the sun came up. By the time you leave there, the sun's going to be on its way down. Cold, wet, blustery, out in the open. Double salute. I go with that one.
Right, that's the Liebenberg car that we see with the X on the back.
Where's Mark Fontini? Now.
Where is Mark Fontini? Where's the 31 car? Now, he'll be in his class. He won't be with the Class B, so he'll probably be
on the invert on Class C. You don't even see him at the front.
He's P21 overall. but not in class, obviously.
So
not.
Daniel Moener, Reza Levy, Zach Leyden, Ruan Ace, Dylan van Eerden, all of them find themselves in front of driver of the class, driver of the race, probably even driver of the day, Mark Fontini. He's still got Adriano Ferrari and numerous other cars behind him. But can he do the same in a not so wet condition? We're about to find out.
21st on track, but P6 in class is Fontini.
And that with the top 6 being inverted in Class C. There was times that Class A was the biggest, there was times Class B was the biggest, and Class C is the place to be right now if you want to be in a big class. Is everybody going to make it through turn number 1? We're about to find out.
While I'm watching Fontini, look at those Class C cars. You'll pick them up on the screen there. They are 4 abreast going into turn number 1 into holes, and Fontini wants through. Mark Fontini says there's a car that's gone wide. That is Shane Williams. Shane Williams has gone very wide. He's going to rejoin again, virtually in the center of Class C as Gaza. There's guys plowing through pools of water. That's Zaki. That is Zaki Hendricks that's in trouble there.
He tried to get back onto the circuit as quick as possible, and his return to the circuit, it just didn't work for him. But if you're not on the gas and trying very, very hard in this competitive form of motorsport here at Killarney, you are never going to get to the front.
Well, that's the first 3 Class A cars you see on your screen there, making their way up the Tygerberg Straight towards Saddle Sweep, the double right-hander, followed by a gaggle of Class B and C cars that's just trying to keep their noses in the right direction. That's Van der Schyff. That's under attack, and I think that might be Fontini that was having a go at Van der Schyff. I do talk under correction. We'll know as the opening lap ends, as you see the first 3 Class A cars work their way through Fastron.
Yep, and Lucas at the front once again. There's no doubt that this man is one of the best. Oompie Swart leading out there from Geldenhuis, and then holding on to that 3rd position in class, which is also not going to be easy. That is Ollie Hinternaas in his new car. Somebody's gone very wide on the exit of 5. Oh, there's another 2 that's gone off, and I don't know if they're going to... It's Daniel Moener seems to be one of them.
Well, they're trying to get back on track again. It's absolute chaos out there as they're trying to get back onto the track again. They have got back onto track. It is very dark. Don't worry what you see on your screen. If you're here at Killarney, it is dark, dark, dark out there as the guys are racing with their lights on. We'll have a look and see as the cars are still spinning at the exit of turn number 1 out of holes. So there is drama all the way around this track as they are splashing through that lake that's on their left-hand side.
And the rain comes belting down, and that car did get going again. The rain now comes belting down very, very heavily. It's going to be very difficult to keep tabs on how this one is going to play itself out.
Yeah, with the rain slamming against the cameras, it's very difficult. We'll have a look and see as the Class A cars are making their way into turn number 5 into Fostrom. That's first, second, and third in Class A, followed by Hinternaas, yes, going down into turn number 5. Then behind them, that is Van Eerden that is leading that class by the looks of things. It is, followed by Roo, Kulfi, and Volskenk as Van Eerden, then Roo behind him. Then we've got Kulfi and Volskenk coming through, and is that Fontini?
Looks
no,
like
not,
it.
That's Levy. That is a Reza Levy. Fontini sits down in P11, 3rd in class, as we watch those 2 Class C Golfs work their way out of Pertamina Fastron.
Well, the rain is very, very heavy. That was the 3rd of the Class A cars. That was Hinternaas that you saw. Here comes Van Eerden. Volskenk in there behind him, and then it's Roo and then Kulfi that was originally the fastest qualifier in the qualifying for race number 1.
Yeah, and if you look at Class B, that's going into turn number 2 into Castrol now. That is Van Eerden, and he's been attacked there by Volskenk. Roo has got Mohammed Kalfi, and there comes Mark Fontini. So Levy has dropped back, and Fontini has gone into the lead of Class C and worked his way up into P8 overall.
Very, very difficult conditions for everybody out there, and just to finish this race is going to be a feat in its own right.
So the Class A cars going down the back straight towards Fostron corner. Yuri Umpi Swart, all on his own. He doesn't have any other competition out there today. Geldenhuis will give it his best. Oliver Hintenhuis will give it his best as we watch them work into turn number 5 into Fostron. But it's a battle for the lead in Class B that you're going to pick up. There they go, down the back straight. That is a Van Eden that sits there in P1. That is Dylan Van Eden. Watching him go down, Van Eden's been hassled heavily there as they make their way through Volkskenk. As it's actually Ryan Van Eden.
Oh, there's Geldenhuis that's gone. No, that's not. It's Ollie Hintenhuis, I think, that's gone wide and is getting himself back onto the circuit. He'll be behind the first two of the Class B cars.
So let's have a look and see as the Class B cars come over the line and head into turn number 1. There the two of them are in that gloom. It is Van Eden and then Volkskenk. It was Geldenhuis, Gary, that got lost there. Not Hintenhuis. Yeah. Geldenhuis sits there in P5.
Wow, well those cars do look very similar, so my error on that one. And yeah, Ollie Hintenhuis having a brilliant day's racing so far.
Right, so we'll have a look at them as they're busy working their way out of turn number 1, out of holes. That's a lot of Class C cars as they just work their way through. There's a lot of Class C cars out here today, and they are mixed with, there's two Class B cars in between them, Liebenberg and Van der Schijf.
Well, going down towards turn number 5 is the out-and-out leader. If I've got it right, yes it is. That is Umpi Swart, and you can see light years between himself and Ollie Hintenhuis. That's probably having his best days racing for a long, long time as Hintenhuis works his way down into turn number 5. Then you only after that see Van Eden that is now broken away from Volkskenk. Then the recovering Class A car of Geldenhuis. Then Fontini that is already up into 6th position, and that ahead of Kalfi.
Yeah, that's Mohammed Kalfi. Then we've got Riza Levy and we've got Van Eden that is right there. So Van Eden is sitting first in his class. That's the one Van Eden. And then the other one is sitting third in his class. So the Van Edens in both classes, B and C, are doing extremely well. So the cars are heading down into turn number 1. It's difficult to make out the numbers on the cars. This is Fontini coming towards us. He sits P6 now, and he is in P1 in Class C.
And the man ahead of him, Geldenhuis, is the Class A car that spun earlier on, that is doing a recovery to try and get the best result out of what you can for race number 2.
Yeah, then we have a look, see that is the rest of the field just coming out of turn number 1, working their way up the Joubert Straight into Castrol. It's so difficult to pick up the cars with the cameras. We've got everything is a watery, blurred situation. You can very difficult to identify the cars on your screen with the cameras that are so wet.
Geldenhuis on his way down towards turn number 5.
That's Hintenhuis that's making his way out of turn number 5. The leader is going into turn number 1. Hintenhuis coming out of Fostron. And the leader going into holes, that's Swart. And then we have got, yeah, this is Ollie Hintenhuis, who's now gone up into 2nd position because Geldenhuis is still 3rd overall, but sits in class, but sits 5th overall on track. This is the final lap. This is the last lap, so we'll stick here with this man, Yuri Umpi Swart. That is your overall leader, making his way around. And he is 10.7 seconds ahead of Ollie Hintenhuis. That's in that 2nd position.
We'll see him come into picture now. There is Hinternaas there. Two lower class vehicles between the two of them. And it is all about Oompie Swart that has just shown a clean set of wheels to all and everybody in a class of his own.
Yeah, well, that's a fun day, so to speak, for Yuri Oompie Swart. As he goes down the back straight, he's going to pick up the number 16 Golf of Schroeder and put a lap on him as he goes down that back straight towards Fostron corner for the final time. Into Fostron he goes, and he's put the lap there on Ross Schroeder, and Ross just keeping out the way as the checkered flag is out. He's got the lights on, and victory will go to Yuri Swart Jr. as he wins both race number 1 and race number 2.
We wait for Ollie Hinternaas to come through. He'll pick up second overall. There he comes. The next man that is in third on the circuit will be Volskenk. There he comes now.
That's first Skalkie that got to the line, coming third in class, and Weyland Volskenk finishes his race ahead of Van Eerden, and Lucas on the case of Van Eerden. It is Mark Fontini, 5/10 of a second behind Van Eerden, and he is the winner of Class C.
A double win for him there as well. Oompie
Yep.
double header and Mark Fontini double header.
Well, Mohammed Kalfi finishing his race in P9, and Mario Roux coming to the checkered flag, followed there by Mr. Faisal Jacobs across the line, and then fourth in Class C is Daniel Muna. Flashman Finneran, he's the next man that takes a checkered flag just ahead there of Zach Leyden. So as the rest of the guys just make their way towards the checkered flag, that was the second and final race for API Property Group GTI Challenge. Difficult conditions for the drivers, difficult for the boys here in the commentary booth as well. So that's a replay of Mr. Zaki.
Were you going to say sideways Hendricks or backwards?
Zaki sideways, backwards Hendricks into the tires, and that's that situation we saw where everybody was just plowing into each other.
And here's our Olympic swimming team going for a practice.
Yep.
Here we go. There's one,
go.
there's two.
There's three of them out there.
There's all three. One backstroke, one breaststroke, one nose stroke.
Other one's one butterfly. And then they still bump each other as well. I want to get on first. No, not you, me.
That's kiss and make up, Frankie.
So everybody did recover from that little Olympic escapade. That was Brett van der Schyff. That was in slight trouble there. Yeah, it is the Polo Classic of van der Schyff. And that was some of the replays.